Hello everyone. Firstly, I introduce myself. I'm Komal Kadam and I'm here to inspire you and to motivate you through books. Actually, I was reading a book that is Ultimate Purpose of Success and it is too amazing and inspirational. So I thought, why don't I share with you? So here comes the Ultimate Purpose of Success, which is written by author Sir Shri. First of all, we will summarize the book, what it relates. This book is dedicated to every person of the world who is passionate about progress, a devote of knowledge, a witness of self, and who aims to achieve the ultimate purpose of success. The definition of success for each one of us is different, and also we all try to achieve it in our own different ways. But what is your aim behind wanting to achieve success? What should it be? So, this book gives you all the lessons of your success story. So, today we will see the part first and part second of this book. Part first, complete success. What is complete success? Complete success related with the three things: blossoming, winning, and fulfillment. What is complete success? We all yearn for success. So, what is definition? There are two ways of success usually looked at. One is success as per your own understanding, and second is success as per what others think. That is social dogma. First of all, we'll see success as per your own understanding. It means this kind of success is that in which you achieve what you have determined to. Here you give importance to your own opinion about success. The definition of success here is you decided and you just do. In other words, when you decided upon a task and you complete it, then you are successful. For example, you take a decision to be a carpenter. You begin to learn the art and you finally become a carpenter. Then it can be said that you have attained a success. Some people might not agree that you have achieved success. They will tell you that you should have rather become a doctor or an engineer. This is what they had decided for you, and hence they won't be happy with you. But if you are able to achieve what you have decided for yourself, you are successful. Second one is success as per what others thinks. That is social dogma. The second kind of success is when you achieve everything with which according to people is success. Here you give more importance to people's views about success. As per the societal dogma, man believes that success means having a big house, plush office, high flying job and rich friends, without which life is a failure. The complete success. Are you complete when you have a lots of money, a house, a job, status, power, and talent? If your answer is yes, then ask those who have all these things. Do they consider themselves to be complete? A majority will answer in the negative. People wish to experience completeness but they have no idea of what it is. For example, when you leave your home for a few days, you make sure to meet every member of the family. Before leaving, if you are unable to meet even one of them, you feel a sense of incompleteness. At the railway station, right till the last moment before your train leaves, you keep thinking of that person. He did not come, I couldn't meet him. You can't stop thinking about him, even where you have gone. This is because you could not complete with him. Similarly, even if there is the slightest feeling of incompletion, then it is not a complete success. There are some people who are apparently successful but have not attained complete success. Our second topic is complete blossoming and winning. Complete blossoming. How does one attain complete success? Actually, by doing nothing. Complete success is natural. You attain it by allowing yourself to unfold naturally. When all the birds in the garden are fully blossom into flowers, they celebrate the glory of success. When you attain success in all the five realms, doing, saying, thinking, feeling, and being, it means you have blossomed completely. Every child in this world can grow up and celebrate the glory of complete success, if only he is not hampered in the process of opening up and blossoming. For example, a child asks his father, I want to play a drums. Will you get me a seat? His father replies, no. If I get you drums, you will play them loud all day and disturb us. The child honestly says, no dad, I will not disturb anyone at all. I will play them only after everyone has gone to sleep. However, this experiment stops one child to grow up. This happens because his elders and the people around him train him according to their own distorted understanding about life. Then next, complete winning. It is not being said that the winning in all areas of life is success. It is being said that allowing a natural and highest expression in all areas of life is success. People are playing the game of life in similar fashion and are concerned only whether they are winning or losing. Our next topic is 7 needs of a human being. Necessity is the mother of invention. The greatest of inventions become possible when a need arises. Bigger the need, bigger is the possibility. Bigger the success you want in life, bigger is the discovery that will occur inside you. There are 7 needs of human being. As is your goal, so are your needs. First need, air, water and food. Man's foremost necessity is air. He will be alive as long as his breathing continues. Water and food are equally important for man's survival. Air, water, and food are thus the first need of life. Second need is security. Man next feels the need of personal security. He builds a house to protect himself from the elements rain, storms, heat, and cold. He earns money to secure his future. Third need is comfort and convenience. When man has a means of livelihood, a home and provision of for food, he then wishes for comforts. He buys appliances like television, refrigerator, washing machine, air conditioner, etc. He wants his family and himself to feel comfortable. Fourth need is love. Once his first three requirements are fulfilled, man feels the need for love. They have everything that money can buy, but they don't have love. Children whose parents are seldom at home are deprived of parental love. They crave for the love and try to fill this vacuum by indulging in gambling and drinking. Fifth need is name and fame. Man now wishes for recognition, just like an artist who earns both name and fame when his art is recognized. He wishes to do something that will make him famous. Our sixth need is utilization of innate powers. When all the above 5 needs are fulfilled, man thinks of exploring the powers hidden inside him and utilizing them to their maximum potential. He now feels that it does not matter if he earns a name or not. What matters is unleashing and potential that he is capable of. He wants to do everything that he can. The seventh need is self-realization. Even after the fulfillment of 6 needs, man still feels an emptiness within. He has earned a name for himself. He has a high reputation and he has also utilized the hidden powers, yet he feels incomplete. The quest for completeness leads to the seventh and final need, that is enlightenment or self-realization, realizing who you actually are, realizing your true essence or your original nature. Then fourth topic, how to attain complete success. Complete success is attained when you succeed in all aspects of human being. So what is a human being after all? A human being consists of the following: the realm of being consciousness, the realm of feeling emotions, the realm of thinking thoughts, the realm of saying words, and the realm of doing actions. Many a time success is understood only as being successful in the realm of action. But what if someone has a lot of money but extremely poor relationship? Or worse, if he is constantly depressed or indulges in many vices? What if he is not in touch with his inner self? Is his success really success? That is why idea of complete success has been brought up, which means success in all the realms of human being. When you experimentally know the answer to who am I and always express from the promise, only then your success is truly complete. This is the 7 need of self-realization as seen in the previous chapter. Uncover the natural self within you in the realm of being consciousness. Unlock the natural leader within you in the realm of feeling emotions. Unravel the natural achiever within you in the realm of thinking thoughts. Untie the natural communicator within you in the realm of saying words. Unleash the natural innovator within you in the realm of doing actions. Here we completed our part first. Now part second. Part second is success in the realm of doing. It means unleash the natural innovator within you. The topic is self-expansion for innovation. Innovation is the ability to think new ideas and execute them successfully. So it is not just thinking, it is completing. That is why it is in the realm of doing. A lot of businessmen who have started their own companies after having left their jobs and find that suddenly they are compelled to be creative and to complete what they intended to create. Mother who have a vision for their children automatically turn resourceful. The virtue of creativity. A simple secret of success is see what everyone is saying but think what no one else is thinking. If you can't think creatively, be in the company of those who can. Mr. Unsuccessful learns is to find lame excuses for his failures. He doesn't learn to be a better job. Mr. Successful, on the other hand, gives regular exercise to his thinking abilities in order to hone and sharpen them. When you look at a donut, what can be your false belief about it? The first one could be that a donut ought to be a ring shaped. The second one could be that it should be wheat colored. If you cast away these beliefs and prepare triangular indigo colored donuts, it will be completely a experience for the people seeing them or eating them. In this way, to practice creativity and innovations. Our next topic is the habit of completion. The key habit for attaining success is to finish all your incomplete work on time. A successful man is one who does not fear hard work and does all that he can do complete the job, and that too on time. Hard work and diligence are the duty as well as exercise for every one of us. The motto of one who is a foe of hard work and a friend of food is give work a rest. He can never succeed. Most people die from the poison of lethargy, suspicion, and hatred. Commitment means honoring your words which you give to yourself and others. If you are not being able to finish a task, think of what is the minimum that you can do to complete it. Work is your friend, not your enemy. Every day work hard as if your life depends on it. Let your skills speak through your work. The next topic is impersonal life. What is the exact meaning of the word impersonal life? A life lived in the service of self consciousness is an impersonal life. An impersonal life leads to happiness. An impersonal life is a life led serving others with understanding that all are one. This is not somebody else's story, this is our story of each and every one of us. Second is make a difference, aim high, being small. When you live in impersonal life, something beautiful happens to your life. There is a law of nature which states that whatever you become a cause for manifests in your life as well. When you strive to elevate the consciousness of others, your consciousness is elevated. Take on a high aim, an impersonal aim. Keep climbing the smaller mountains you come across until you reach the summit. Our next topic is importance of foresight. Creating a vision means defining your future possibilities through foresight. For example, if you start getting aches, pains, or other symptoms in your body, then with the foresight you will understand that such problems may increase with age. To avoid this possibility of developing a chronic illnesses, you will start exercising today. Create your vision with foresight. All successful people of the world have this quality of foresight and therefore have a vision. You will find many examples of emperors in history who had keen the foresight. Our next topic is living for others because there is no other. Serving others with the understanding that there is no other is the ultimate purpose of success. A creative solution can be found for everything. Next, impersonal vision in the corporate world. In the corporate world, there is already a practice of creating a vision statement and ensuring strategies flow from the vision. But not many corporates take on personal vision. Some corporates do state an impersonal vision but may not implement it in earnest. The next is impersonal vision in families. Every family can create an impersonal vision statement and implement it. At the minimum, family members can have the goal of promoting the spiritual growth for each other. Let your unconditional and pure love for your children motivate you to work on yourself so as to inspire them. So guys, here we completed 2 parts of this book. If you like my video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon which gives you the notification of all my videos. Thank you.